Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, hello. My bad. So listen to UCLA and law enforcement and all this is USC Medical Hospital and USC University. That's how the crystal meth is made. Because there's too much medicine in here, pharmaceuticals. This ain't real crystal meth. White boys, everybody is in the federal prison or LA County Jail fighting gang injunctions. Every Mexicans, white boys, and niggas. And the Bloods and Crips, Hoopers and all of them. So who's making the drugs and selling to us? Oh, right there, they're not drugs, they're pharmaceuticals. Everything that's in this drug that I'm smoking right now is crystal meth, is from a hospital, clinic, USC. That's how we're using the voices, hearing the voices. USC Hospital and University are making the crystal meth for us. That's how it is. And then now everybody over here in the bottoms and around who use crystal meth is hearing voices. You know what I'm saying? I know how to break it down and everything. I got they're using RFID, what frequency, a secret channel. They all get to use a secret line, a secret channel where nobody else will know, and they can do things to our RFID. And this is how it goes. You know, since the FCC isn't, you know what I'm saying, working right now, as they say, the FCC isn't, you know what I'm saying, working right now, as they say, they're going to court. They're taking advantage of this. FBI is being, FBI is being questioned. DOD is being questioned. All this stuff is going on. Government shutdown, and the universities are playing the law. They're showing the law enforcement it was really Social Security and the county building, and the university is showing the police, or trying to show the police in them how to use a device that's with the RFID, that comes with RFID for the images and the thoughts. They're trying to use it like the Minority Report. The crime, they're not preventing crime though. They're blackmailing people for it. My auntie Audrey Griffith. That's her name. Audrey Griffith, or Griffith, whatever you want to say. Sometimes maybe brown. But this is easy. She went to USC for hearing voices. She heard the same voices I heard the same way in my head. Sometimes niggas do it, sometimes somebody driving in the car, ride past. I like to call it radioactivity without the sludge, or nuclear weapons. You know what I'm saying? They're bouncing frequencies, you know what I'm saying? They're stealing frequencies, stealing people's airways and cellular devices. But that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people, they told them something. Half of the people out here, they're not Mexican, they're Islanders. Mexicans more are in jail. These are more Islanders. You see how they be walking with their kids. It's something from they all hear voices. They all got RFID. They came from Islands. If you put this RFID on, you become and tell them, and they tell you what to do. Who the first thing they go to from the clinic to the general, where the GR buildings. You know they go to the GR building for GR building to SSI. Yeah. How many motherfucking licenses are on SSI? How many Mexicans you know named Davon? They got a motherfucking Mexican named Davon Marquise Williams, or try to say they Davon Williams. Leroy and Hattie Fairley grandson. Leroy Fairley I mean, that's some bullshit. They talking about they doing this radio frequency with my mom's white tripping. So that's what I'm gonna talk about. Hattie Fairley, Fairley, motherfucking grandson, Davon Marquise Williams. That's really me. We don't live in Compton on Dwight Street. We lived on 40 East 432, yeah, East 31st Street. 432 is the address. Right now, it got turned into some apartment buildings. It was bought by somebody. They found my grandma, publishing housing clearance sweepstakes, and saying they said somehow, some way USC in them and the federal government, yes, the federal government, SSI, and in the Child Social Service, they did this a long time because I got an RFID chip on me, in me. They said that a Mexican was my name, Davon Marquise Williams, 432 East 31st Street, and gave my publishing housing clearance. My grandma is dead. She's been dead for about 19 years. Hattie J. Fairley is not alive, and there has never been a Hattie D. Thomas. There, let's say we could check the DMV and her birth certificate and a marriage license and what court and all that. Trust me, she ain't never had a bill in Hattie D. Thomas. They check 432 East 31st Street. I know all of it. She never had a bill named Hattie D. Thomas. They're motherfucking lying. And Nelson Thomas never paid no bills but one time at 432 East 31st Street. Only one time. Dating us, and the Mexican riding around here looking like Jimbo. I'ma kill him. That's that nigga I'm looking for. He think he Davon Williams. I'm about to murder that nigga. Yes, this for UCLA, because USC is doing it through radio frequency identification devices, chips. they chipped the kids in 1983 going to foster care. That was me. I went, Davon Marquise Williams, between Grand and 31st Street. No, Adams and 31st on Grand, the West Village. Punk motherfucker Danielle Griffith. They used the radio frequency device and went to 615 East 21st Street, Los Angeles, California. Danielle Griffith went in there and said they was the FBI and they was in there for me. Still said start messing with a radio frequency identification device, intimidating her. They put crystal methamphetamine in her drink. She don't smoke weed or do nothing. They put it in her alcohol. And now they got some fucking faggot nigga pimping her through the radio frequency identification, calling her daddy and stuff. When she called the police will not come for her. And she do not lie. She is beautiful and everything. She do not play games. She worked for WIC. They made her say that I put my hands on her. They made her say that I domestic violence her through the radio frequency identification device. It really communicates with people. What they did is, and the police, and they made her say I hit her. It's all on camera. It's on my radio frequency device too. And all you got to do if you want the data, just go to the telephone companies. I know exactly where over here it was AT&T and Pac Bell. Whoever was controlling that side for that, you know what I'm saying? Whoever had the get down for the telephone company, that was them. But they also say DARPA, a group or some shit with the CIA, but we know what, so it was just money funded. That's all it was. Because somebody walked out the hospital with a baby. The same thing that it cut off and cut off a car and locked the windows and all that. That's what's in me, in my right thigh. It's been there since 1983. It's a case number 39, 1983, committee, House Senate committee, 4 Republicans, you know what I'm saying, has a committee about the hospitals, saying the government, they said NSA made them inject baby with chips without telling their parents. But it wasn't the NSA. It wasn't. It's right here. They do it to us in the bottoms. They say people in the bottoms always go crazy. Ever since that Patty Hearst thing, 1971. You know what I'm saying? I am, you know what I'm saying? They make, yeah, they're doing it with USC and everything, and they're using Lamar Burton. Yes, Breeding Rainbow, Kuta Kente, Toby. They're using his business, cybertext or net type of cybertext or net cybernetic something. But you look it up, and the business come up, and they're connected with USC. These motherfuckers, when I say I could prove it to you, I got all the evidence. I got everything. I get to the companies and everything, to her uncles, to her and everything. And you can watch everything from our RFID too. And hear and question them. But they talking about they gonna kill her and everything. And it's USC. I'm talking about the campus police took me to jail, but they had the gun hanging out. But they're really not campus police. They work for the Goon Squad in the California State CDCR prison, New Delano. But I seen them in Salinas Valley State Prison too. They came to visit me. Salinas Valley State Prison 2012. A warden named Hedgepeth. You know what I'm saying? He got the camera. He got the camera. You know what I'm saying? It's live film. I was in building 7D yard. 214 was my cell. Or no, 260, 214, 216. You can see a Hispanic dude, you know what I'm saying, look like James Edward almost wearing a baggy suit. Talking about, he came up there to my cell, talking about he was there for, because my grandma told him to come up there. No, he wasn't. He never said who, you know what I'm saying, but he was a minister. He had to sign to get in. He had to sign to get in. But I'm not playing with these motherfuckers. Because, you know what I'm saying, they making my life, they just fucked up. They say, I'm hearing voices, but people looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm not hearing voices, I hear radio frequency. Identification, device transmission. People talking to me. Lamar Burton thing, it deals with that. They make, private lines. They make crystal meth that if you smoke it, it'll hurt your stomach and your dick and balls. You know what I'm saying? That's what they making. My auntie went crazy. So I hear her voice talk about our cousin Tanisha, her niece Tanisha was doing this and that. Her husband was gay, messing with this other bitch, just like everybody else hearing. I got witnesses and shit in my family and everything that can show and point out the people and everything. Not just in my family, friends and everything. They telling my family and them that they are Illuminati. They just saying was looking, it's like they looking for me. They had the sheriffs and LAPD looking for me in San Bernardino, California, because they set me up in a crime, kidnapping crime. I got the people and everything you could question and all that. They set me up. Tony Manriquez, Tony Manriquez. Anthony Garrett know about it. Tony Garrett. Yeah, Crystal Everett know about it too. Crystal Everett, they all know about the setup. Her daddy supposed to work for the FBI. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly. Her daddy supposed to work for the FBI. They set this up when I got out of YTS, Herman G. Starks, California Youth Authority, because I signed October 6, 2002 for a new Social Security number and to be released. And I got out and they changed my shit, like I said, the Social Security number, and started because they was winning my money. That's why probate never came to 432 East 31st Street to talk to me about my grandma's house. They stopped the publishing housing clearance mail from getting to me by the post office. And then when they sold the house, when I went to jail, all of a sudden probate come to talk. They Asian, most likely, that came when I caught him. The first time he said he was a contractor, but they came after I went to jail and sold the house. And guess what? Got the publishing housing clearance checks, and they getting them at USC. in the Catholic Church on Adams and Figueroa, but USC is the one who giving them the money, and so is the SSI. SSI is the one that know about it in social services, and the dude that saying that part of the SIS group, the supposed to be SIS, SJS, or some police squad for robberies. When the people robbing stuff, they done had a couple of shootouts and everything. Yes, him. I could point him out. I know exactly what he looked like. Light skin, his hairline, his mustache, fake Steve Harvey looking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? With dirty cops, Officer Majors of Van Nuys Division, who set me up in 1999, and I could prove it, got everything, and his partner, his own police partner said it, and I got witnesses. He went to them and told them that, you know what I'm saying, I was being set up by Officer Mejia, Van Nuys Division, Crash Unit, 1999, July 6th, on a Tuesday, on Langdon and Landmark, and they got cameras in the building right there where I was being arrested. I had cameras, and they trying to tell me they don't. They didn't have them at the time either. That's what they're trying to say. So this for UCLA. They're saying I need some help trying to catch these motherfuckers on the frequency. And I'm not lying. I could prove it. I could shoot you all the evidence that while I'm shooting you this now, and go to Davon L.D. Williams 1 at youtube.com and Davon Williams 1989 youtube.com and Google Photos. And you can see everything. So you can go to my Facebook, Davon Williams, you know what I'm saying, and just on Facebook, and just look at my timeline and see everything. You're gonna see the DA that just gave me 12 years and 85%. I just got out of prison. And Walter H. Mueller is the DA at CCB, Los Angeles Courthouse, West Temple Street, Los Angeles, California. Gave me 85% with 12 years in 2005. And he's standing right here on 33rd and Hope Street, Los Angeles, California, USC Village, with the police looking at me doing that shit like they hazing me. All of them laughing, playing games and jokes. Some of them isn't police officers though. There are people that understand extras and shit for movies. There's a movie school involved too. And the dude I'm talking about who worked with Maury Povich, yeah, people from the Maury Povich show, guarantee you, I could point them out and everything. Is there today? Is doing it too because they on 33rd and Hope too. All of them, I know I could point them out to you. The important ones. And all of them got RFID. And they're gang stalking me. That's what they're doing, gang stalking. How do I figure it out? I'll show it to you. Just look on there, you about to see the gang stalking. You about to see everything. And they talking to me right now while I'm talking to you right now. Yeah, that's Lamar Burton, a company, you know what I'm saying, teaching the students how to do it. They're teaching them, like I said, they're teaching them how to use the machine. And they the ones that be telling on people cases, you know what I'm saying, in court. Yep, the woman I love, Danielle Griffith, my booby, the one they're messing with now, they got her brother life in prison. They the one that told on Davon Griffith, who got life in prison for, you know what I'm saying, a crime they say of shooting somebody. They did it, and they made her have sex with her daddy, Michael Griffin. She already told me and everything. She already told me. And she, you know what I'm saying, she told me. And you can see it on my RFID. You can see, and then you can see when she walked up on him, the night she said, they made her say that that I hit her. You know what I'm saying? I knew he did something to her, because the bitch ass nigga, she walked up on that punk ass. She let me know, we communicate different. And they torture her every night with the RFID. They make her have sex with the old ass man and the bitch ass motherfuckers because she wanted to stay with me and they couldn't get her away from me. They say that I'm supposed to did some child molestation or some shit and they going around and shooting people with an RFID machine, but they're trying to bribe me. I tell them, well, if I did that, let's go to court. They say, no, we want you to do this for us. And it's the motherfucker from the straight up Maury Povich show, too. That's what I'm telling you. Look, the cameraman's been over there and everything. I got all my shit documented. I got footage. Students playing with me with it and everything. I got footage. Just go to where told you to go to, and you're gonna check.